Okay, I slid a little closer here, and we're actually going to use this one for much of the demonstration, but I just wanted to bring them both over and show some of the internal features of both cameras. So hopefully we can get all of this in there. Again, the builds are very similar, as the S600s are in the top of the case, power supply in the middle, board in the lower part of the case. In both cases, it's the FS Yeti board. This model over here is the customized Yeti board that has the PIR raised so that it would better complement the high performance wide angle Fresnel. This camera is slightly faster because of the high performance wide angle Fresnel, and it also has the backup power supply to the camera in 2 C cells. This particular unit is a standard build. You can notice inside the build include the Yeti sticker. All of the settings coincide here with the DIP switches are right here. So for example, if you wanted to have a 15-second delay, all 3 switches, the first 3 switches would be off. So what I'd like to do is take a look at these cameras and the features of them. I'm going to actually use this one for much of the demonstration. So again, here's the camera. Camera has the power button. You're going to turn that camera button on, and you're going to see that message, turn the power on and off again. That's exactly what you want to see when a 4-wire hack has been done properly. Now, one of the common problems with folks who are just getting indoctrinated to the homebrew community, they pick up an S600 because they're so impressed with the picture quality, but it does take a little getting used to, for lack of a better term. And one of the issues is setting the camera. What we do here at the 12 ring is we install what we call a micro switch or a jumper switch. That's what this switch is here. I have it on about 3.5-inch lead of wire so it can be nice and tucked away. And what this switch will do will actually jump your shutter wire with your common wire so that you can adjust this camera settings, because right now you can't do anything. If I hit the menu button, all I can do is turn the LCD display screen on and off. So what you want to do is, this is for the first time you're going to use the camera until you can get used to it. You're going to turn the camera on, you're going to see that message, you're going to take your jumper switch and you're just going to flip it. And now you're going to turn your camera on, off, and then on again. And now you'll notice the camera's actually ready to go. If this camera wasn't hardwired in here, you could pull it out and you could use it around. It would be a standard 6-megapixel camera. But what you want to do is ensure that the menu settings of the camera match the field setting card. It's a piece of cardstock that's been laminated to help protect it against the weather. And the way you do that is with the LCD display screen on, you press the menu button. I'll scroll all the way back to the start, so that, and then you're just going to go right down the list. So you'll see the program. Then you use the dial tone, and you just match your settings all the way through. So here I am. If I'm into focus, I want that to say multi-focus. White balance, auto, and again, you're just going to kind of go right on through. Picture quality, I highly recommend standard. You'll get the best bang for your buck as far as storing pictures on your card. The flash, you want it turned all the way up. Again, when you get down here to saturation, you'd like that to be normal, and then you'd want to pump your contrast and your sharpness up. And again, please keep in mind, these are general recommended settings. As you familiarize yourself with the camera and in your particular interests and needs in the outdoors or for whatever recreation you want to use, you may want to adjust some of these. This particular part, setup 1, you really want to take special attention to the red eye reduction, autofocus illuminator, and auto review, and you really want to make sure all 3 of those are off. Leaving those on provides a significant drain on the battery. And in this unit, the only thing that's powering the camera are the 2 AA cells. In this unit over here, you would have the 2 AA cells plus the externals if they were in here. So again, even in both sets, you still want to make sure that those features are off. And again, you just use your dial pad here to change them. One of the things that I recommend, highly recommending, is formatting your memory card. The memory card in the S600, it does require a Pro Duo card. Slides right in here. You need the adapter to put it into a card reader in your machine. Here at the 12 ring, we usually include these in the sale, or it's a negotiated part of a deal when we work out a deal with a customer. So I highly recommend every time you change your card that you format it. You'll see once you hit the format, it'll say all data will be erased. Is that okay with you? You want to say yes, Now it formats the card. What that does is it helps the card and the camera marry, because sometimes looking at the card in different video players, media card readers, they embed a code on it to help them read that, and sometimes it shorts out with the camera, and you have a little problem. And then your time and date. Now the one thing about the S600, it will not time and date stamp the picture. So you have to get an aftermarket product, but it does store the time and date and the properties of the picture that you can access by right-clicking on the picture in your properties menu. So now when I'm done that setting, I'll see this screen. If I was looking through, I could see my fireplace across. I see all the settings. Now what I want to do is, I'm not done yet. I'm not ready for the camera to shoot. I need to engage that fourth wire. So with the camera still on, all I'm going to do is take my jumper switch and flip it again, and now I've got the camera just about ready to be in picture taking mode. The last thing I want to do is turn the camera off, turn the LCD display screen off, making sure that the mode selector is in picture taking mode. I guess I might have forgot that. That would be video mode, picture taking mode, picture viewing mode. You can see it says there's no pictures in the folder. I just formatted it. So make sure the mode selector is in picture taking mode. Turn the LCD display screen off. Turn the power off. Set your camera. I highly encourage you to check as you set this to make sure that the camera is centered in the window. If you can see right here, it's up a little bit, so I'm just going to slide that down a tad. And now I'm pretty much ready for it to go on a tree. All I'm going to do is take the power on the 9-volt box. There's a 9-volt inside this black box that the consumer has to supply. Turn the power on and lock it up, and it's ready to go on a tree. So you can see that right now. What I'm going to do is slide across the room and show you one more operational feature with this particular unit, and then we'll wrap this up.